What is going on, guys? I am super duper excited and super duper nervous. We have a motorhome and we are heading up north to try and escape some of this weather. So let's get going. We're heading up to Greenough to go see Wayne at his reptile park, Greenough Reptile Park. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Unfortunately, we make it there late in the day and it's kind of a pit stop, but it's our first stop and I haven't been there. It'll be nice to catch up with him and hopefully we're not impeding on him. And yeah, we'll have to go back another time and check it out, but we're busy people. So yeah, let's get on the road and get going. Bad way to wrap up the day. It was a pretty cruisy drive. It's about 4 hours from Perth. It's about 3 hours from our house. And it's a pretty straight road, very beautiful drive on the way up there and heaps to see if you just enjoy what's going on around you. There is a few things that I need to touch on and I might touch on this a few times and do a video in the future dedicated just to this, but I absolutely love drones and the views that they allow me to share with you, but they can be noisy, annoying and dangerous to people, fauna and flora. When operating drones, you need to be aware of your surroundings and respect people's privacy and personal space. And obviously don't go ruining people's shots with a giant drone in their face. It doesn't make it enjoyable for anyone, and if you push too hard on these things, they'll end up blanket banning things, and we don't want that. We actually rocked up quite late in the day, and technically they had closed, but we were staying the night, and thankfully I do know the owners of the place, and Wayne was kind enough to take us around and do a little park tour before everything else went to bed, because unfortunately it is cold and it is very late in the day and a lot of things were already or getting ready to go to bed. Douglas is a giant saltwater crocodile that I have been absolutely excited to meet, and I may have told some fishermen's tales about his size, but he's about 3.5, 3.8 meters long, which is absolutely nothing to be disappointed about because he is an absolute monster. As I mentioned before, it is late. A lot of the things are hiding, and the time of the year is very cold. So a lot of things are hiding, and that's not a fault of the enclosures or the setup or anything. It is just that time of the year. Unfortunately, when you travel, weather dependent things are very important to take into account when you're planning trips. Another super duper exciting thing about Wayne's Place is that if you guys remember when I went down to Dunsborough to do my wreck diving ticket, I actually got to meet a massive celebrity that I was very excited to meet. Now, Mortimer is a boo book owl that lives down with Becca. I was so excited to meet him. He is the most adorable thing. And I actually learned that he came from Wayne. Wayne has the parents and a sibling of Mortimer, and I was very excited. I didn't even realize that that's how that one worked. But I guess when you have friends with cool things, sometimes you can end up getting cool things. One thing that I'll constantly say is that when you go to these places, the way that you act affect the way that you enjoy yourself. If you're touching everything that you're not supposed to be touching, you may be asked to leave, or they may change the exhibit completely so other people can't get as close to animals, because unfortunately, we have to change things for people that don't do the right thing. Sometimes in these places, you are able to feed certain animals certain things, but you must only feed the animals that you're allowed to feed, and you must only feed them with the things that you're allowed to feed. Now, I completely understand that accidents happen, but you as an adult or as a carer need to understand if you have food near a fence and an animal can reach it, that maybe it's not the smartest idea. And unfortunately, there is certain things that are incredibly bad for animals, and it would absolutely suck if you accidentally fed something to something and that animal ended up extremely sick or possibly even dead. Another part of your responsibilities as a person in these places is that flash photography, loud noises, and banging on enclosures are just many of the things that can make the animal unhappy and hide away. And animals are way less enjoyable if they're hidden away and they don't want to be around people. But also, at the end of the day, animals are just like us. And if they've had a bad day, they may not want to be out. And unfortunately, that is just how animals work. If you ignore all of that and you think that you've paid a lot of money, that you deserve to be treated differently, the absolute bare minimum in a place like this is that you respect the boundaries, not only of the enclosures and not going into places that you're not allowed to. But also, it's a working place. There could be machines out the back. It is a private property, and be very respectful. Now, I trust that if you're watching this video and you've made it this far, you're probably pretty respectful and you're respectful of the animals around you. But unfortunately, sometimes people aren't. And maybe if this message isn't for you, it's a good idea for you to share this message with other people. Be kind to everyone, be kind to the animals, look after everyone. I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. Take it easy, stay awesome. Thanks for watching, and remember, you can't fail if you try. The next stop is the blowholes, and something pretty cool happened when we were there, but I guess you'll just have to subscribe if you want to see it, and I'll see you in the next video.